Hey guys, Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and this week's Tech Tuesday, in spite of what you see on your screen, is about the vertical slice. It's less technical than most of the technical Tuesdays. Last week was about hyper-threading and prefetching. This time, it's more about the software development process and the business that surrounds it. You gamers will find it interesting. Here we go. Ever watch a game and think to yourself, oh my god, this is incredible! This is the best looking game I've ever seen! And then 9 months later, 18 months later, when the game is actually released, you're like, oh, damn, this is just a regular looking game. It was supposed to be so special, it was supposed to be so groundbreaking, and now that I actually play the thing, it looks like all my other games. Well, there's a reason for that. You might think that when a developer approaches a publisher and says we want to make a game, or any investor, they say, all right, we want to make a game. It's going to be zombies. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. Let's do this. That they say, oh, that sounds good. I'm on board. Here, take $25 million and make it a reality. That's not what actually happens. What actually happens is they say, okay, here's $2 million. Get started, show me what you have, and then we'll think about investing in the rest of your game. That thing that they produce, that thing that they show the investors to get them to want to buy or invest and make the rest of the game happen is called a vertical slice. And that's also the sorts of things that they show you and I at conferences or previews to get us excited about a game that's coming out. See, what we want and what investors want is impossible. If you think that making 10% of a game is 10% of the work, then you're off target. 10% of the game is 70% of the game. To get a 10% vertical slice, you need to have the AI figured out, the characters figured out, the modeling figured out, the behavior, the jumping, the physics, so much groundwork stuff. And then the rest of it is kind of just copy-paste. Making one mission is so much harder than making missions 2 through 29. What I'm trying to say is what you want and what I want is to have a slice of the cake so that we can figure out if we want to eat the rest of the cake, if we want to buy the entire cake. And that's tough for a software developer to do. They can't just bake up one slice and not do the rest of it. Look, one slice and an entire cake is about the same amount of work. And that's why we get this vertical slice, and that's why the vertical slice doesn't match the rest of the game. Sometimes the vertical slice looks so great that even that section of the game doesn't look like the vertical slice did beforehand, because they say, man, this thing's out of place. We need to dumb it down so that it fits in with the rest of the game, so that it's not just the one outstanding looking section. It's the nature of the beast. And it isn't because they're deceitful or tricky or whatever. Typically, these vertical slices are examples of what they wish the game looked like, but then development reality set in during the course of the production schedule, and it just didn't turn out like they expected it to when they created it. So now you know, when you see a game trailer, and E3 is happening right now, so you're going to be seeing a lot of game trailers, you need to keep in mind, these things are devices that they use to get investors to invest more and don't always represent what the gameplay is going to be. So I know that Tech Tuesday had a slightly different look this week. My camera woman went to sleep and these things happen. On the left is more Tech Tuesday. Some of it gets really in-depth and some of it is more consumer level, like this one. On the right is Mail Monday, one of my popular videos, and have a good day.